Oh, we're live. Hey, everybody. I'm Kyle. That's the cost.
Hello.
We're here for yet another iteration of the LYLE Show. Play that intro. Oh, man, we worked so hard. God damn. Our entire budget went into that introduction, which is why my camera quality has degraded. I had to leave some of that stuff in Kiev. How was your holidays? We talked about that last time. How are you doing, LACOSTE?
Doing good. A lot of pain. Check these bad boys out. A lot of pain coming out from those teeth braces. These are not bad teeth, but I have to straighten them out because I grind my teeth, and also I've been in a lot of pain. After receiving a third dose of COVID vaccine, a lot of pain. I hurt my leg when I was playing squash.
Hang on.
Other than that, everything is fine.
This is supposed to be a high energy introduction. We're supposed to hook the audience to get them interested in the content to come. Hey, my life sucks.
I'm in a lot of pain, Kyle. I can't do it. I can scream.
So what's the big fucking deal? What the fuck are we doing out here? I ask you, what in the fuck are we doing here?
All right, well, Valve canceled the major. Then they uncanceled it. First topic. Obviously, a lot has transpired. Effectively, the entire drama went down in between episodes. But I just want to, I don't know if we have the money for this, but I wanted to reenact like the conversation. Guys, it's tough. We can't find a place to put the major.
Yeah, I have something to say.
What is that? Sorry?
Why don't we just cancel the major instead? I don't think community will mind.
Oh, that's not bad. So we just don't do it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Just cancel the major. Means let's not do it and see how they react.
That'd be easy. We just write a blog post and then, like, that's it. See you in the spring.
That's it.
I love it.
24 hours later.
Guys, hey, community didn't like that.
Well, community's like going fucking crazy out there. Like, give us the major.
Oh my God.
Give us something.
And the Oscar goes to...
LACOSTE.
Can we get some of the tweets up as well? We had Quinn, shout out, like very emotional stream. My man is just breaking down about how much he loves DotA. Then you had, who was it, Noob from Tickles, basically saying, have I wasted my life? So it was just great. You know, they leave the office, all is well. They come back, the whole scene and community is on fire. So solution was found. We're obviously gonna have these DPC regional tournaments. I think it's probably the best solution under the circumstances. Obviously, we want to have international play, which is a shame, but
maybe that was the play from the start. You know, just saying canceled, everyone super mad, and then like Valve comes in, says, "Here you go, guys, regional finals. We're gonna pump in some extra money as well." I think Valve did a very good job at like addressing the problem, considering like the situation we're in. I don't think we're gonna see like second or third major being canceled, considering like how things are going out with COVID, with Omicron, because things are getting better. And I don't mind this because this means there's more money and we got the best out of the certain situation instead of like going into a possible disaster where like
we have a 12-team wild card at TI. So you could argue that this is a better TI product that we're going to get out of this.
Yeah, they were like, we got to give them something else. This is not going to be, 18 teams TI. We're going to have a mini TI, probably going to happen right before the TI. Or what they could do is do all these things together. If you fly all the teams and then just have like gigantic TI that lasts for like a month.
Yeah, like I would be down because there's always this dead period before TI anyway, right? Like 2 months where nothing is really happening. Either are events, but no one wants to show strats. So now you just have like a mini event before TI. I think 20 teams. It's about time we expand the field. This last one, you saw like there were no real slouches. Back in the day, TI 5, TI 4. When was the year you finished last? LACOSTE, was that TI 2?
I never finished last. What are you talking about? I finished 7th and 8th first TI, and I finished 9th on the second TI. I also knocked out the TI winner. I also knocked out Seb out of TI, so I feel pretty good. I feel confident. There are also a couple of Chinese good players that I knocked out of TI back in my days, when these bad boys were working.
Dude, my fingers
back
are so
to TI.
slow now. I don't know. Is it normal? Like my hand, right? It just rests like this. Is that good? Is that normal? Isn't it supposed should I have it standing like is this how your hand
show it again?
like this? This
Show
is
it like this?
This is
Oh, you should see a doctor for sure like this.
what? Wait, really?
Yeah, you have carpal. Yeah, you have carpal tunnel.
I don't think I have carpal tunnel. I'm sure it's fine.
Well, does it hurt when you
No,
play
it
more
doesn't
than
hurt.
6 games a day?
If I played like
you
14,
have carpal tunnel.
If I played 14, it would probably hurt. This is just like mouse. See, if I hold my mouse, right? This is how my hand is. So it's just trained from mouse. We're going to move on in topics, LACOSTE. I don't need to make my life as sad as yours has been recently. I don't want to live in pain.
I mean,
that was just rude.
DotA.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. That was mean.
It wasn't. I've been in a lot of pain. I've been used to pain. I live in Croatia for all my life. I know what pain is.
All right, that wasn't an introduction to more sob stories, LACOSTE. We need big news. NA DotA, TSM has entered the fray. They have picked up Team Undying, which is enormous. Like, this is one of the largest organizations in the world. They enter into Dota 2. My boy Moon Meander finally gets a call up. And just big congrats to the boys.
Agree. I definitely something that we didn't expect as a community because everyone was going pretty wild. You probably had some inside info, but you always keep that for yourself. I've been a big fan of Moon Meander. When he does interviews, he seems very down-to-earth guy. His work ethics seem very good. I love his speeches, especially when they're losing, when they need to get their shit together. And been kind of a fan of a team that does so well, but they also crumbled. But it can also come down to them not having all the stuff needed, the boot camps, bigger salaries, in terms of everything that needs to prepare you for TI, possibly a mental coach as well. Maybe they even get a coach. It's just a lot of things open up for them, and I'm really glad for them. And also, one thing that I have to say is now that if you look at the top 4 teams in North America, all of them have black and white logos, so they needed to change something.
Dude,
so very
this
happy
is just
about that one.
American corporatism right here, man. Everything's just going to this blank text, let's, not going to throw them under the bus too much, but we went from bleed blue, right? Iconic, colorful, to live evil, which I have to imagine similar to Valve. There was just some guy. Hey guys. Hey, whoa. Guys. Have you ever heard of palindromes? If you live an evil, same both ways. Let's make our entire brand around it.
I gotta agree. I kind of liked Bleed Blue more. I also played for EG when Bleed Blue was their motto, and Live Evil is also fine. It's especially when they're black and white. New logo looks fine. You get used to it, but Bleed Blue is kind of more iconic.
Let's not flame EG too much because they're probably watching, and I do like some of their members. Quincy Crew, now this top team without a sponsor. Now rumors are Jack, the CEO, GM of the team, behind the scenes, his nickname is the Godfather. So it's quite possible that there's just no organization willing to pay enough tribute to get his boys under their flag. So curious as to why this team is still neglected, especially considering Quinn is a relatively big streamer, right? When he goes live, he seems to have 4,000-5,000 from what I've seen.
Jack, what are you doing? That's my question. My boy Jack, he usually, he's the perfectionist. I already said that multiple times. He's playing that faceless void. He's gonna land multiple man chronospheres. Better it's by multiple man. It can be 5-man chrono, 4 of his teammates, himself, maybe 1 neutral creep, but he will do it. He tends to be perfect in all situations. Maybe that's why they still don't have the sponsor, because he's looking for a perfect one, which is going to be hard to find. Maybe they need to lower their expectations. I don't know what's happening, but I believe in my boy Jack. I believe something good is going to happen in the next couple of months, especially now that TSM is also in Dota. So that might attract new sponsors.
We'll see. We'll see. I did talk to somebody recently who may have had some interest, but I'm not going to spread rumors anyway. You know, I'm not going to phase people's expectations of what could or could not happen soon. But what are you doing? Next up, what was the thing? The tunnel. So from what I understand, we have there were this company No Ping.
There's this tunnel that we're digging.
They built a tunnel exactly under the ocean that will allow South American players to now play on Europe servers with 90 ping. Is any of this substantiated?
I've read some comments. There's a lot of upvotes, and it says
That's
like the best
factual.
comment. Yeah, that's the facts, spitting out facts. It's in Brazil, so you need to be like in the northern part of Brazil, which means that you are closer to Europe, so that helps quite a lot. But I've heard 90 ping, which is pretty insane. So maybe if the teams like South American teams don't want to move out to North America because it's too expensive for a boot camp, pretty sure they can go to Brazil and just live there for a month, maybe 2 weeks, and you can scrim against European teams, which is gonna be dope. It also, like, this tunnel thing reminds me, I don't know if you played back then. You probably didn't. You were playing this other stupid game. But back in my days on
Winning a team
Arena or G Arena, there was a thing when you said like host tunnel me please, and click the button and suddenly it worked. Like, you have less ping. I don't know how it worked. Probably the same technology, just upgraded.
Yeah, no, I remember that. I mean, that's about as far as my technological knowledge could go. You just hit like, oh, a tunnel, lower ping.
Like
perfect. Genius. Man, that's
I was lagging a bit, and our production guy before this podcast told me to open up something on my PC in search box and says ipconfig/flush DNS. Suddenly, I'm not lagging anymore. So there's a lot of these like buttons that you can click, and then it actually helps. Technology is a weird thing, Kyle.
Oh man. Sorry, I'm getting some fans were sending in comments live during the filming as there's a packed stadium in front of us one day. Is it the end of America? No. Why? Because Valve has announced the playoffs. The top 4 teams will all throw down. Now, what I know from my inside information was that effectively before the holidays, EG was garbage. I heard that from multiple sources. Like, not, and this isn't to say that they're still bad, which is the point.
No.
But like, they were terrible. Everyone
I was working in a region, so I can give a bit more insights. They looked pretty bad. I would say they looked lost. The way they were playing, I felt Jarex did not have anyone to play with. They were heavily focused on the farm. Arteezy, Abed, Nightfall, like Crit and Jarex were trying to do stuff. I felt Jarex was a lot of time alone in the adventures, and then he got better at the game. This is the guy that won 2 TIs in a row. So, like, I still go back to the interview when he talks about the Snapfire. I don't even know what the hero does, so it's very hard for him to play against it. And then at the later stages of the league/tour, he plays Snapfire and he dominates with it.
Yeah.
So like they also like changed Nightfall for MSS. I don't know if that's going to be permanent. They said it's not, but
so.
we don't.
Rumors
you
are
got some info?
I got some info. I got some secret info. I can't share too much of it because then I'll stop getting the secret info. But a lot of the issues are around like visas and just trying to actually get people into the same place to play Dota together. You've seen on the webcams, it was just Crit and Abed in the facility. That's obviously something that they're going to want to change in the future. But I think of all the teams that win in terms of the major change, it's got to be EG number 1, right? Like, they weren't going to the major. And now all of a sudden they're playing in a playoff to potentially earn more points. Like, you can't ask for a better scenario for them. And I think they've had now a lot of time to get good, because this is still
this is the EG has always been a bit slower team, and the more they play, the better they get. So I still believe like this team is gonna get top 2, I would say, and I believe in them because I've seen them progress. I've seen them play better with each game, especially Jerex and the way they like gel together. So putting a lot of trust in the boys.
Yep, I totally agree. And I think that that'll be the one to watch. Like, I'm excited. My brother's obviously playing in it. Shout out Z Freak.
Shout out to everyone, to all Kyle's brothers. How many brothers do you have, Kyle?
4 brothers.
4 brothers.
And 5 of 5 immortal at last I checked, although it could only be 4 now because unfortunately one of them has got to spend less time playing Dota while he's going for his PhD in engineering. And let me also remind you that brothers typically have an IQ range that's about 5 across. So as my brothers look to succeed intellectually and scientifically, I am more and more certain that at heart I am a genius. I just chose to make memes instead of mechatronics.
Yeah, I mean, your IQ is probably like around 150 combined, all 5 of you brothers. But that's another talk. Just kidding. You're a smart guy, Kyle. I always respect that about you. You know, just being smart but playing dumbass. Like that's your whole thing. You got to expose.
Stop. Look, edit that out. This is not I am who I am. Okay, stop that. It's very rude, Lacoste. Where the hell is our sheet?
Next
there it is.
region.
Topics. Let's go. You can start this one off.
I don't have it in front of me. You
oh
go.
My God.
You go.
Gotta do
I'm preparing something else.
EU DPC. A lot has gone down. We'll pull up the stats and the standings. We had some wild tiebreakers to actually determine who would end up in the regional playoff. OG and Tundra were those chosen teams. Incredibly, Secret Enigma will be watching the playoffs from home. So, you know, in terms of pedigree, it's just wild to me. You look at this, it just feels like everything's flipped. Yeah, these squads, like Team Tickles. Team Tickles.
Yeah, who's Tickles? They're like, who is this team?
Where's
this
their
is the team
sponsor?
that play. Yeah, they don't have a sponsor yet. They should definitely grab one. Considering how things are going with the Lions, they might pick them up. Like if they just give them a good offer, I'm pretty sure they would sign. And this is a team that like showed good work ethics, and they showed like I would say how hungry they are to win. And they also have maybe when we're talking about Tickles, they got figured out as like tour progressed. So I don't think they're going to be as strong as they were at the start of the season. Mm-hmm. But definitely a team that, like, I personally didn't expect them to do this well. You know, looking at the big names, Team Secret, Enigma Galaxy, they're not going to be in these regional finals. And Team Tickles and Tundra Esports will be. And also Tundra, they're a hot and cold team. They, like, looking at their score, they were 4-3, which is kind of whatever. It's not that great, but considering how well they played, I think the score doesn't justify how good they are.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that they're like probably one of the more strategy-based lineups. Like they get the most free wins of any team I've seen in Europe, and it's not a crutch by any means. But like, what was the one game they took I think it was Visage clock into Enigma had opened like Bane, Rubik, and like Spirit Breaker, and they're just like, all right, Visage, and there's just that's it. Like you're done, and there's nothing you can really do to recover the draft at that point because your 3, 4, and 5 are all just completely wrecked by this one hero, and 3-3 is literally a god on Visage. So, I mean,
pretty much, this guy plays anything, and he also does his own thing. He has this insane micro skill, so anything that has a summon that you need. How good were you, Kyle, at playing summons?
Stop,
anything. Like, could you control another hero? Could you control a courier without dying?
The only one I've ever been mediocre at is like Beastmaster and Enigma. But the problem was I was always shot calling. And let me tell you, playing Beastmaster and trying to shot call is like impossible. There's too much going on. I'd end up with too much gold.
You can say right now, you're retired. Did you share or did you not share control with your teammates to control the Hawk?
I would share, but it would be me who was using it. Like I would share just because it's better efficiency, but I would be the one using it.
Yeah, because back in the days you could
Yeah,
move the hawk.
exactly. The younger viewers won't understand, but like us oldies, we know what's going on. Let's chat. Coolguys. I think our editor put this topic on. I don't understand.
He's gonna get fired.
I am
Like
cool.
what?
I don't think we need to spend any time talking about teams that are eliminated from Division 1.
They're out, disbanded.
That's it.
Next topic.
No need to discuss any of those squads, but shout out, good luck those teams in Division 2. Saksa looking for team, also just signed up with Ulti Agency. These guys that are repping a bunch of people, like a lot of the teamless vets, are finding representation. I hope they're engaged to help him find a squad because the guy is incredibly talented. Got
agreed.
Shuffle.
I was surprised because for me personally, during the last TI, he looked like OG's best player. Maybe he has and he did not have a team for the first tour, so that means either he has higher expectations, probably had some offers, but didn't feel like he wants to do them, wants to play. Tweeted a couple of days ago that he is looking for a team. Any region, so he also wants to go to different regions if necessary, which I respect. So definitely a player that I want to see more of, and I'm pretty hyped if any of the Division 1 teams from any region decides to pick him up. When we're talking about the players, it's not only about the skill set, what you bring in terms of playing, how you move the hero, because he's a pretty quiet guy. So maybe sometimes they need someone more vocal from position 4 or 5, but I would not mind play with 3 Marcies and Saksa if he doesn't talk much, rather than some vocal players like Swindles who don't have enough skill to actually micro more than one unit.
All right, we're moving it. Shut the hell up, LACOSTE. All right, I was a passable Dota player. Thank you. I was the last team captain to beat Wings at a Valve event. What's up?
That's good. The when you say it, the same thing I said about eliminating Seb from TI. It sounds pretty big, right?
Yeah,
but it's just
huge.
Me.
It's huge.
But it's actually nothing. Next topic, Kyle. Let's
Brame,
go.
Our boys. Shout out also to DEXSPORT. We'll play that ad. Probably right now.
This whole show is brought to you by DEXSPORT. DEXSPORT.io. Do check them out. The first decentralized crypto betting platform. They're what's helping to make this all possible, and we do hope you enjoy the show.
Our boys Brame have made it to Division 1. There are rumors that Shomina might now be moving on, but it doesn't really matter. They have made it to Division 1. They have come to the Lion's Den, and I gotta say, I look at the 6 teams that are the top 6. It's tough, LACOSTE, to stick in this division. You got.
I'm just laughing at your pun. Lion's Den. That was.
What are you talking about? It's a Lion's Den. It's a look at the teams: Tickles, Tundra, OG, Nigma, Secret, and Liquid. I maybe repeated one, but which of those teams is bad? None of them are bad. They're all professionals. They're tryharding like crazy.
These are professional e-gamers. Esport organization, so it's gonna be hard for Brame, but the boys were getting better. They also are changing the roster. They removed Stamanen, which looked very good, so a bit surprised what was happening in the team, because he looked pretty solid, his performance. I didn't see Stamanen have really bad games. The rest of the team, it's Spartan, it's high energy. That also means that there's going to be a lot of cap. I'd say, Kyle, that he's pretty similar to you. The way he acts, the way he talks. Is he one of your brothers? One of your Lost Greed brothers?
It's possible. Supposedly every person on Earth is no more than 30-second cousins with one another. So in some way, there's a relation.
Oh, yeah, I've read about it. Genghis Khan being the father of more than half of a nation. My boy Kyle responding to some messages. Fans are going wild. So yeah, that's pretty much it from Brame. I think there's gonna be tough for them. The goal should be stay in the upper division, get more experience, and try not to go to the lower division, but it's gonna be tough. They're gonna need to have some big W's against big names.
I agree
We can
with
cut.
all.
We can cut here.
I
We
agree.
can,
No.
chill.
No. We're gonna continue. That was a great point LACOSTE just made. There's no cuts. There's never any cuts. This is 100% full steam ahead.
We don't even need an editor. Why are we paying this guy if we don't have to edit?
Stop. You can stop recording. No, we need him. We need him. Stop. Shout out to Fix, my man. Final to close here up. EU regionals expectations. Pull up the bracket. Then I hope that better be a damn exciting graphic presentation. Otherwise, I will be upset about how much we're paying this goddamn editor. Liquid versus OG. Tickles versus Tundra. I am hyped. I am super hyped. I know Liquid is tryharding. I know OG. I mean, they're all tryharding. Let's be real. I think this is where Tickles and Tundra will have a bit of a disadvantage. I think Tickles had a lot of momentum coming in. They were working really hard, whereas some of these other teams maybe took some time off because their positions on their squads were more secure. So I think Tickles stock fading, OG stock rising, and the rest is unknown.
Wow. Well done, Kyle. I'll say Team Liquid beats OG, Tundra Esports beats Tickles, and then Team Liquid beats Tundra, Team Liquid wins the whole thing. Like that's my take on this one. Because Team Liquid, they look the most solid.
They look good. Not just solid. We talk about solid. Have you seen the definition on these guys? I'm not talking about their plays either. My men are hitting the gym. They are young.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about definition. Like, we got, like,
Yeah,
goddamn.
It's probably Blitz. You know, he has this effect on people. You know, you gotta be big to play Dotes.
I'm seeing it
It's
on
working
Instagram.
out. Like you need to be, you know, physically strong to be mentally strong to be able
True.
to click these buttons and move your hero properly.
I saw something from him that he was celebrating. I went to the gym every day in January. Every day. Like, talk about resolutions, you know. I also said I was going to go to the gym after the new year, you know? And I did cut back on cookies. But my man is just like, yeah, I'm just going to casually go deadlift. My youngest brother is
Go ahead.
well, he just hit he was very proud. He got his deadlift plus like his deadlift max, squat max, and bench max to over 1,000 pounds combined, which is supposedly a very big achievement. I know I can't do that. So shout out to Gavin, little bro. He's just a absolute
Shout
monster.
out to Gavin, indeed. My New Year's resolution was HD, as it always is. That's my New Year's resolution.
Move this man!
Now, I tried going to gym for like 2 months back in the days, and it's just not for me. I'll be honest, like it just doesn't work well for me.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm probably gonna too much time on my personal life. Nobody cares, especially probably the viewers at home. Now for my favorite phase, not quite the rundown, but we're gonna get into the more general side of Dota 2 and the internet. First things first, fantastic clip came across our desk that we're going to play for you now. If you had missed it, and wait, I was supposed to cue LACOSTE and when to play it, so you can play that now. We're gonna check out my man Booty from Facebook Gaming playing Pudge in what I believe is Herald 5.
First hook, I believe that's the first kill. Going for the second one, Booty going for that booty. Minimizes. All right, let's fucking go. Have you ever done that? Because I did. Like, look at him go.
So good. Oh my god. 2 for 2.
He announced it. This is what happens.
That's incredible. He fucking landed. Oh my god. This guy's bad. Calling his shot. Does he land the hook to end it too? Getting collar bounced. He blinks into the base. It's so close. The fountain got buffed.
He got buffed, but he will get it. There it is.
Oh my god. And the
screams.
antagonist. Oh, what a legend. God damn.
I don't know what that is. Probably from anime, but sends a kiss.
Oh, I fucking love it. I
Hits
love
the
it.
table. Hope he didn't break anything, and gets out of the room. Like
No
what
other
a
game.
like,
No other game feel like that, man. The same, like, you know, that sensation of like defending throne or backdooring, like amazing comebacks, rampage in the fountain, like no other game gives me feels like that, and it's just awesome to see. Like it, you know, I get
this
tingles.
is the best celebration that I've seen in a while, because I remember Execration when I was doing it. Was it season 1 or season 2 in Southeast Asia? Like the boys really grew on me the way they celebrated. But this guy, he's on another level. This is insane shit, and the way I love to see it. Like he puts so much energy into it.
We need more pros celebrating like this. All right, these sorts of celebrations I can get behind. I'm a fan. You know, if you're gonna pop off, pop off. Really throw down. Let's move on. Patch. When will it come? Hopefully soon. Valve announced, I think, something like February 20-ish.
23rd. Yeah.
Sure. What are we looking for? I think we need I want when was it? It was some after party. I think it was either the Manila Major. It was one of those Valve majors. Maybe it was Boston. And the beta testers were there. And my camera went blurry, but who cares? And I remember talking to one of them. And he basically said that, like, I can't give you details, but like, here's DotA, and after this patch, like, they're just flipping it. And I think that was, and right after they announced talents, that was when we suddenly had shrines. Like, the whole game changed. I think.
I think this is gonna be it. We're gonna see something big, because we have been on this patch for so long. I believe almost full 6 months. Yeah, do that, Kyle.
Didn't work. Keep going.
That's not gonna fix it, but whatever. I'll talk. You try to fix your camera. We're definitely gonna see something gigantic, something like neutral items, shrines, outposts, map changes, 2 Roshans, like you can buy back as many times as you want, type of a thing. But it's gonna be something big, and it's gonna blow our mind most likely. That's what I expect. And for the patches, I've been correct most of the time, you know, what you can expect from them.
Yeah, I just want chaos, you know, tons of stuff. Like, the map has got to change a bit.
For sure.
Right now, like, the warding.
Laning stage, healing cells, being spammed by position 5. Please get rid of that. It's no good. It's very boring. Pulling as well, the way you pull. Stacking got nerfed, but still works. I want to see some changes like that. In terms of heroes, which we can see on the screen, I like through most pick heroes in
just
regions.
Delete Bane. Oh my god.
Bane, like... If you don't know what to play, if you're like trying to get better at game, if you were trying to get better in the game last 6 months, pick this hero. MMR gonna skyrocket no matter what. You don't have to do anything. BKB piercing ability, strong laner, trades wall. Some other heroes like Weaver, super annoying. Definitely needs to get nerfed, especially the bugs. Like you can either hit the. Go ahead.
Quap's so good, even I can play it. All right, like. We won matches, right? I won a match in Division, or rather, Forsaken Oracle won a match in Division 1 NA with a Quap, and that guy is like legitimately terrible. So he got demoted shortly after that back to support. So Quap, I mean, I just like, not to say they're like low skill, but the problem I have with Bane is like it's a very formulaic hero. You know, you spam your W, then at a point you get 6, you max sleep, and you go hide in a corner somewhere. There's some skill involved. It's positioning based, but it's just like, come on, there's no variety to the play style. So it hurts. But outside of that, I think Broodmother is definitely back. I'm surprised more teams didn't pick Pango and Beastmaster were like 2 heroes I've really valued. And you can see, you know, Eastern Europe and SEA.
And that's why we see you were doing so good in the upper division of NA, because you guys were valuing Beastmaster and Pango.
It was good heroes. But hey, what are we going to do? Speaking of heroes, by the way, we did see some new appearances in the latest Dragon's Blood season. I'll be completely honest with you, LACOSTE.
You'll be completely honest with me. I watched it, and I'll be honest, I did not finish it. It was weird. It was like unwatchable for me. First season, top tier. Let me finish, because I've been big fan of like this Castlevania type of anime. I don't watch many, but there's some that I watched, and I really liked like Castlevania. First season of Dragon's Blood was insanely good. There's some flaws, but since I enjoy the game and I don't love the lore, but seeing how things can work in like this Dota world was very good. And then I'm watching season 2. There's so much stuff happening, bouncing between multiple heroes. It's very chaotic. I'll give it another try, see how it's gonna go, but not very pleased by it.
Well, I will thank you, Lyle Ebert. I didn't see it, so I can't give a review, but I think you spoke enough for both of us. Thank you for that. Now, roster updates. Gabi and Fly out of Talon. I think the big surprise for me is Fly moving on. I'm not sure. I don't think anything's been announced about his next destination. Another one of my Instagram friends, so I know he is just enjoying the hell out of the food.
Yeah, he's still in the air. That we don't know where he's gonna land.
Yep. But Gabi also is like, I think, a super valuable player that's just been solid for some time. But I'm not surprised, considering they didn't make it out of Division 2 in SEA. And end of the day, these guys, especially names like Gabi and Fly, like for all we know, they might have left, right? I don't think we actually know the formal reason for the departure. But, if you can't make it out of Division 2, you certainly aren't winning TI.
Yeah, for sure. Looking at the names, I guess like the whole plan was, okay, we're gonna tank this one. First major doesn't bring many points, so we're just not gonna be there anyway. We're gonna get the first or second place, qualify, and then grind from there. Apparently, it didn't work. Seeing the names, you said like Mikoto, top tier player, Gabi as well, Fly, Hyde. Like KP, looking at the names, it's one of those things that happen, not often, but it's just not working out. Like the team is not working out well together.
Of all the regions, like SEA has got to be one of the deepest in terms of raw talent, right? There's like, that is not a region I go to with a pedigree thinking it means anything. These kids are crazy skilled. You look at NA, like there's top 4 and a massive drop off. Whereas SEA, like even SA, I think their Division 2, like the raw skill of these core players is just much higher. Like there's
so many good
in hiding.
Exactly. There's so many good players in those two regions, Southeast Asia and South America, that you mentioned. The skill is through the roof. It's just things are not. They need, I think, players from these regions, they need more time, and they need like more time to join a team that fits them. That's the problem, because if they had like some kind of help, who's any kind of like agency that can set up a team, any kind of a good coach that can set up a really successful team, it would really help a lot. Because seeing the way, like, if you just like watch one player, the way he plays, and not think about the rest of the team, how they're doing, you're gonna see like, man, this guy's insanely skilled.
That is a perfect way to set up the next big roster change, which is Ana, rumored, I think it's probably going to happen, replacing 23 Savage. Yeah, agreed. I mean, hey, maybe hit up Saksa, hit up Wii. There's a lot of players on the sidelines right now that, even Fly, where you have these guys that are probably reluctant to build a team because their brand is in a good place. Once you have that D1 pedigree, you want to go replace somebody on a D1 team. Because if you go to opens and try to build it up from scratch and you fail, suddenly you're in the quagmire. Then it's disastrous. Best of luck to both players, but I will say 23 Savage, always a lot of respect. Love watching him play, and I hope that he finds himself on a strong team soon. And with that, LACOSTE, I do believe it is time for the sprint. My favorite part of the show. Time to close the show. We are ready for the sprint. The best part, because we have to talk really fast and get through stuff. Multiple topics. We're going to go through all of the DPC playoffs and also a little bit of the pop-off on Twitter we're going to address. But first, predictions. High tier analysis compressed into what are we, like 2 minutes, 20 seconds? Think we can do that, LACOSTE?
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it even faster. Let's go. You start, Kyle. Go.
All right, start the clock. Here we go. Western Europe to start. Liquid, Tickles, Tundra, OG. I think this is a lock for Liquid with my boys OG coming in a close second.
I gotta agree with the Team Liquid. They're definitely gonna take the first place, but I think I've said Tundra Esports that they're gonna take this, so I have to just repeat it. Next to another region, Eastern Europe, there's a lot of big names. Team Spirit, Puck Champ, Virtus Pro, Hellraisers. Don't care, no cares. Team Spirit, easy peasy. China, let's go. PSG LGD,
I mean, it's not hard. They're still the best teams in the world. Like, this is the child's play. No real analysis needed. Best teams out. That's it. Southeast Asia, this one's going to be wild. Who's going to play for T1? 23 Savage or Anna? Nobody really knows. SMG, what in the hell? How the hell did you guys get here? That's Bushi's team. Man, this is tough. I think T1...
It's tough. I'd say Boom. I've been really impressed because I didn't see too much of Southeast Asia, but I'm going to choose Boom, and I'm going to say Team SMG. This is going to be the finals.
All right. I mean, Skem is... Like, I love when cores go to support just because they're like, damn it, somebody's got to captain this team. So shout out to Skem and Boom. NA, this is a tough one. It's also hard for me to tell the teams apart. They all look very similar.
It's pretty much the same team. Like they got one graphic designer that did the whole thing, all 4 logos. I'm going to go first. I'm going to say EG Kyle, and the second one is going to be TCM because that's exactly what they needed. They needed a little bit of boost in terms of money and the boot camp, and they're going to get it from the TCM organization.
It's TSM, but close. We're getting there. We're getting there. I agree with your points. I don't think EG will win, though. It's going to be my boys, 4Zoomer, shout out Z-Freak. And then South America. This one is tough. I
know who you're going to choose. I'm going to call it instead of you, Thunder Awaken, because you are on Arkosh. You guys are also Awaken, so that's going to be...
No. There's only one team that awakens, and that would be Arkosh. I got my money on Apu, King of Kings, because Mini, I don't know if you saw those advanced stats on Reddit. I think we were supposed to include those as a topic, but I forgot. This kid, incredibly skilled. One of the best out. I think they're going to surprise everybody, and playoffs anybody's game. I know they're working hard. So boom.
I know Beast Coast is not going to win it because I've not been impressed by them. My pick is going to be Thunder Awaken, Thunder Predator, because this is the team that is also undefeated so far, and they can match up nicely against all these other 3 teams.
They will not awaken, they will sleep, and only Arkosh can awaken. And then, of course, to finish everything off, a huge pop-off Twitter drama.
Fuck you, Kyle. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah, closing the show now.
I hope you enjoyed it. LACOSTE, I had fun. I hope the viewers...
I did have fun. I think this is our best episode so far. You came well prepared. A lot of unintended puns. Like everything you did, like the way you're hosting, the way you're talking, your camera and mic are on point. Everything's top tier. I have no complaints. Like you were chatting with the fans while recording this. And also big shout out to... You want to give a shout outs to? I first want to give the shout out to our boy Fix, who fixes things for us, and thank you for that.
Show literally wouldn't work without you. What the hell? You're not supposed to talk, though. Back in your cave.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Fuck out of here, Fix. Goddamn. All right. Now, the people we really want to thank, of course, are DEXSPORT, our patrons putting this on. There should be ads for them. Mainnet just launched, so do go check them out. Big fans of the team behind it. And they're also the reason you guys get this content. So much love. And also thanks to the community. You know, you have power. It was nice to see y'all use it for good for once. We've replaced, since in one episode we had a major cancel to suddenly bonus teams at TI and a whole bunch of content in terms of these regional playoffs. So shout out to
community,
people with the power.
Ape together strong, and that's what we have to do. Whenever we want to change something, we should do it.
Indeed, apes together strong. If that's the lesson I learned. So hey, that's I'm down to close the show on that. This was Kyle, LACOSTE, LYLE Show, episode 3 in the books. We'll see you next month. Maybe we'll do them more often. Probably not. We're really lazy. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any tips or recommendations, please DM LACOSTE. He'll take all that information for us. But until then, ta-ta, guys. Enjoy yourselves.